Last week, you might remember I made you a video about this. I think I was putting sequins on it somewhere. Yeah, there, I haven't finished them yet. But I was speaking at the time about having to make more pieces, so I've got space here. So I'd need another piece for there, and then going forward I'd need to make more pieces to extend it to make it a bit bigger. So what I wanted to show you today is I've made another piece yesterday. Okay, and here it is. I made this myself. I'm gonna have to sort this camera out, just give me a second, it'll creak, I'm sorry. A day in the life. I spend a lot of time moving the camera about. So when I showed you the video of this, I'll put a link on to this video if you didn't see it. I was saying about when you come to put the pretty bits on, the embellishments, etc., there's a lot of groundwork gone in, because if you compare that panel to that panel, there's no comparison, is there? And that groundwork generally consists of doing edges, usually with buttonhole lace, sometimes with bullion loops, often with French knots, but buttonhole lace mainly. On here there's French knots there and bullion loops, but overwhelmingly it's buttonhole lace. So I've started the buttonhole lace today on this one. I've done one row, that's all I've done. So I'm going to do another row of that, because what I do is, I always do 2 rows. Well, I say always, 99.9% of the time, I put buttonhole lace on twice, because it gives it a nicer lacy edge. So, but as you can see with this one, there's a long way to go on here before it comes anywhere near adequately embellished. No sequins yet or anything, all this has to be done first. And I was saying in the other video, and hopefully you'll get a sense of that now, I'm not going to do this in the hoop, I say in my classes, see the bigger picture, because this groundwork that you put in allows you to get to the point where you put the pretty bits on, and where you can really go to town on embellishing. Sorry, you didn't see that, did you? Sorry. So this is what I'm talking about, that groundwork to enable you to get to the what should I call it, the pretty part. But having said that, personally, this for me is a pretty part as well, because every time I embellish one of these seams, this piece of work is evolving and it's becoming more beautiful. I mean, I like it even like this. Like this, it's a lovely surface. But when you just add into it, with things like this, and like I said in the other video, I do embrace the monotonous. I can't think of anything I'd rather do actually than just sit here and do this all day, even though I can't. But it's a lovely relaxing thing to do of an evening, this kind of thing, when you've got something good on TV or on the radio and the house is quiet. So this will be done all the way along here. I won't do the whole thing on camera, but I'll do it so far, so hopefully you can see the difference it makes having 2 lines of buttonhole stitch, and the difference between the areas that aren't yet done. So we have a comparison thing going on in a second. So if I put my needle in there, so 2 rows of buttonhole there, just 1 row here. It definitely enhances, it's definitely worth doing that extra one. And then if you imagine all of these seams done in a similar way, like I say, some might have bullion loops, but the majority of them will be this. Some might have French knots, but then if you imagine that is going to morph into something like that, it's definitely worth it. And then that will be joined, I'm reluctant to pull the camera out, but just let me, so that will be joined, I mean it might not go here, but there, and then there's opportunity for another seam if I join that onto there. They're not measured to exact sizes to meet, but I don't worry about that because I know I can always add a little bit of something to make something the right size. So that is hopefully how that piece is going to develop. Okay.